Let's have the mic plugged into the board. There we go. That's better. Hey there. Welcome to Friday. This, of course, is Thunderhand64, as if you couldn't tell by the, jumbling of the audio and the camera and everything at the beginning of the stream. Typical Thunderhand stuff. Anyways, coming at you live, of course, from the west coast of the United States here on a Friday morning. It is a little bit past 11 a.m., and that can only mean that it's time for some Buffooncraft SMP Season 6. All right, with that being said, let's log on to the Season 6 server. Let's get right into it. Bears repeating. Happy Friday, everybody. All right. Am I logged in here? I think I am. I realize the display hasn't switched over yet. I'm logging on to the server now. You know, the fact that it's Friday and I'm drinking coffee, that means I need to make a beer run pretty soon. All right. Looks pretty good. And no one is on the server right now. That's good. Okay. Well, I mean, there we are. Okay. Let's get on over to here. And we'll do this like this. And we'll do like that. And then we'll say, hey there. There's Sage. There he is. There you are. Welcome on in, Foolish Sage. You can see the auto shout-out up there for him. Please check him out the next time he's streaming. How you doing there today, laddie? All right, we got some sponginess there. I'm surprised I'm wearing this. Probably because I went to go fetch some sponges. And the thing has yet to be detected. Yeah, I know. I don't know what to say about that, or what I can say about that, other than it is kind of surprising. So right about here. So we have some water with which we need to deal, and this is like the pockets of water under here are just so huge that we're now into the sponge procedure at this point that Waylander Tone and I were talking about during the last stream. And I said, yeah, it's not quite time to use the sponges yet there, Tone. Well, now we're at the point where it is time to use them. So I raided a few ocean monuments and cleaned them out. Got myself a couple of stacks of sponges there. Now I just have to remember how to use them. I haven't been using them very effectively. There's a certain volume of water that they can take up per sponge. And I've just been spamming the sponges, and it's not really the quickest way to do it. But I'll get back into it. It's just I haven't done this kind of thing in quite a while. With the sponges, I haven't had to do this in a long, long time. The realm of the sponge. Day, everyone. Hey, welcome on in, Arma. How you doing down there? Yeah, so we're doing the whole displace the water thing. So sand, gravel, sponges. Yeah, it's definitely going to, slow down the build to deal with this, but it's got to be dealt with. Good, and yourself? I am doing excellent. Thank you for asking. Recently returned from Seattle. I took a flight up there to go visit my older son, who had turned 21 this Monday, and I couldn't let that pass. So I scrunched up some cash and flew up there to spend a couple of days with him. I needed to take him out to the pub for his first legal Guinness. And then I just hung out in Seattle with him there for a couple of days. And he was having fun showing me around his world up there at his university. And we had a great time. We really did. It was a lot of fun. It went off without a hitch, actually. I had a very good flight up there, very good flight back, which I wasn't expecting. So that's always a cool thing. Come on, come on, give me the, open the wings, fly. Let me do the flying, please. Sometimes I have trouble getting out of the water. I don't know if I, you know, so if you do have trouble with that, sometimes if you just go into F5, you can see the wings open, like right there, and then you can hit that point. I don't know why I struggle with that so much. Oh, well, I know why. I suck at Minecraft, so that's why. So I came on out of here, yeah, because I wanted to actually do a flight around. Use G to boost. Yeah, you know, I disabled that because it's annoying. But it might actually come in handy with this kind of thing. Because see, I can't take off at all now for some reason. It's just getting that initial little hop out of the water that's sometimes hard to do. Sometimes it's not. So we're creating the pit out of which our sea giant is crawling out. And so we need to dig out the pit itself, and that's what I'm working on right now. I'm going down to deep slate layer, and I think that's deep enough. And then from there, I'll just make a gradient with some black concrete and then grade up to, you know, some decent colors. And then that way I don't have to dig all the way down to like bedrock or the void or something. That's silly. I don't need to do that. And I don't have time to do that. So yeah, I'm dealing with that right now. Space spam. Welcome on in, Flying Villager. It's like Space Jam, but instead of using other keys, you write the script and you just press. Oh, you mean like a macro? Welcome on in, Villager. You should be able to see his auto shout out up there. Yeah, so we're dealing with water right now. Sand, gravel, sponges. Common Nova has the monopoly on falling to read the whole chat message. It's great to get you out of water or deep holes. Yeah, because sometimes that happens, right? That used to happen to us when we went into the mirror dimension, and we would get stuck in a 2-block deep hole. And help! Can someone get me out? That's why I always have this in my inventory. I tell you, the humble bucket of water is like one of the most useful tools you can carry on you. It really is. This thing is another one. The flint and steel. There we go. So, yeah, Friday we have quite a bit of this to deal with. But again, you know, this is a good kind of stream task. Because it is, for the most part, you know, low cognition. And it's pretty easy to be able to talk to chat, which makes excuses of why I miss chat completely invalid at this point. But I think it's actually leftovers from setting the area's signs, and that's why there were so many. Yeah, that's fine though. We were able to deal with it, and now we don't have to deal with it at all, right? So. But, you know, as I'm tooling away on this build, I'm getting more and more impatient with it, and I really just want to finish it. I really want to get to building out the island before the season ends. Because otherwise, I think I'm just going to be stuck with another unfinished build. Punishment for Lex spamming the command block early on. Balanced as all things should be. Okay, I guess I'm out of gravel blocks. I should make a trip down and go get some more stuff. Right there. This stuff I need to get rid of. Yes, yes, and yes. We have more gravel, but no more sand, so let's continue with the gravel. No, thank you. Sage, I'm going to decline that request or that offer. I have so much gravel, and I really only need it for this. So thank you for the offer, but good Lord. No, I already have way too much gravel, my friend. The next event is coming together quite nicely. I just need to test something, but I need someone else to push a button for me. Oh, so is that why you just logged on? Am I going to be your button pusher, Flying Villager? Both literally and metaphorically. Or actually, that would be... No, that would be literally and metaphorically. Yeah, okay. I'm good. No, I logged on to check for sponges. Oh, okay, thanks. I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I have about 2 stacks of sponges. But I've forgotten how to use them efficiently, so I'm being very wasteful with their use. Oh, and here comes Sage. Sage, don't you dare bring the gravel over here. Please. Please. I already have too much gravel. That would be an aggressive level of help. I will not bring... Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I got to get set up with Voxy Villager. I saw you playing around with it last stream, adding the curvature and stuff and fooling around with that. That just looked hilarious. So for those of you not in the know, so Voxy is a mod that's functions similarly to Bobby and Distant Horizons. Whereas it approximates chunks that are normally out of the chunk range, and it renders in approximations of them, so you get a nice, decent scene. As far as functioning the same way, you know, the mechanics of them, they're slightly different from each other, but they each have their own idiosyncrasies, but that's what they do. I thought it was in the base mod pack. It might be. I just haven't.
Hi there.
Hey there. I just haven't
I
activated.
brought you my entire supply of sponges. Enjoy. Ow!
You know,
Didn't
I
bring gravel.
look at you with the arrow right in your neck, dude.
Right in the jugular.
It goes to show how much I suck with a bow because I was trying actually not to hit you.
You were aiming not for me and therefore hit me specifically. That's amazing. Good job, sir.
I should just get back to work. Let's see. I can climb out right here. Here we go. Yeah, it might be in the base mod pack. I just haven't like activated it or fooled around with it or anything. In fact, I think if we just look here, right, we could see that. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I just haven't like used it. Hawk, Baba, please. Oh, okay. So maybe I am using it. In fact, I'm wondering if I should, if I want to use Voxy and it's applying itself anyway, I wonder if I should get rid of Bobby and just unload that mod because, yeah, because I'm thinking they're probably trying to fight each other in some kinds of ways. It's not hurting anything but you. Yeah, it's just bloat, right? If to have both of them running. Thing is, you know, if I get rid of the Bobby mod, its folders are probably still on the drive. For the chunks and stuff that it saves, so. Look. There we go. I've got my render distance in Voxy maxed out. I can see the Christmas. Yeah, I'm also at 64 chunks, and you know what? I can see all of that stuff. Like I can see Drost from our base here and vice versa. I bet you it's Voxy that's doing that. Because I didn't think Bobby was quite that powerful. So it's probably Voxy that's actually doing that. What? So you're at like 1,000+ chunks. Really? Oh my God. Yeah, I was doing the lurky lurks during your stream for quite a bit of it, so I didn't hear the audio. If you have a preloaded version of the world, you can load the entire save at once. Oh, I think that's what Nova was working on, right? I think Nova said that he was trying to get a... Nova's done it. Oh, okay, he's done it already. Okay, understood. Yeah, he was talking about that last week or the week before, I think. The LODs are like 4.6 gigs or something, yeah. Now, see, I don't mind that because I have an entire PC that's dedicated just for Minecraft. So, PC2 really only runs Minecraft. And then PC1 does all the heavy lifting and stuff. So, all right, I think I'm good with this. That might be changing soon, though. Because it's kind of wasteful for an entire PC, I feel. So, and I'm going to have to upgrade one of my PCs pretty soon. Yeah, see, I'm pretty wasteful with my sponge use because I haven't used them in a very long time. So there's a way of measuring these out and placing them. I think it's a volume of 65 blocks. So the nearest perfect cube to that would be like 27, would be like maybe 64. Be 4 times 4 would be 16 times another 4. So 64 would be the next perfect cube after that. We're talking perfect cubes because we're talking volume, right? So that would be a 4 by 4 by 4 area. Or volume, not area, volume. Thunder. So then I'm just water bucketing up here. And then I'll just get to one of these sponges like this. And then I'll just reclaim the sponges around me. Jump on down to some of these, get some of the ones above. And so if I can be a little bit more clever about how I section off these areas, then I can maximize the volumes so I can maximize the use of the sponges, right? That's the idea. Let's grab this one, and then we should be good. Because I'm not doing this as efficiently as I could. Top down is better, yes. Oh, Sage. I have my Voxy set for 2048 chunks, and I run like vanilla. Now, see, that one worked pretty good. Oh, laptop? Really? What does that laptop have in a card for it? Flying, if you don't mind me asking. $350 Ti. Oh, yeah, all right. You know, I'm curious because one of the things I'm thinking of doing, I'm going to be retiring PC1 next year, which is a shame because it runs like a top, but it's just outdated, right? So what I was thinking on doing was redesignating PC2 as PC1. And I was going to set up one of those micro PCs as PC2. Well, that's what I use PC1 for currently. I use it for, like, I have the stream running on PC1, and I do all the art, the music, the video, all of that stuff. So PC1's like the workhorse. PC2 only plays the game. That's all it does. So I'm thinking it's kind of wasteful for PC2 anyway. So, but it makes streaming, at least for me, it makes streaming really, really easy. So, okay, I think I'm getting my sections better here with the sponges. But I'm thinking it is kind of wasteful to have a full-size PC just running the game. So I'm thinking maybe I can run the game. Since the game's just Minecraft, maybe I can have one of those mini PCs just handle the PC2 chores of just running the game. It's just, are they powerful enough to run Minecraft with the with whatever? The video would probably be run off of the CPU. It probably wouldn't have a dedicated video card. I got kicked out of the game and now I'm stuck on saving world. Oh, no! Hey, Sage, I could see your base from here. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, not quite. So maybe like this. Yeah, okay, that did it. That was pretty good. Oh, we're a little bit shy here. Maybe I can just use a block because it looks like it's only one water source block. Yeah, there we go. Wait, I can save a sponge. Save the sponges! And if I do this right, I might be able to just pillar up and just grab these on the way up. See, like if I can get this to pop into my inventory. Yeah, I can. All right, whatever. Same thing with this one. This one should be able to make it into the inventory. Yeah, I think it did. Whatever. I'm just hopping out to work on my walk-ons. Lone's gonna love this. I think if I did something like... Yeah, okay, this looks like it's gonna do it. Yeah, that should do it. I'm gonna grab as many of these as I can. All right, I'm doing this a little more efficiently than I was doing it before. I just gotta find the sweet spot. I think I'm good. Uh-oh. Not quite. Thunder. There you go. Okay. Maybe like that. And like this. And like this. Oh, really? could use filler blocks for this. Yeah, okay, there we go. Right, we're good there. So we're gonna have to make a sponge run to the nether pretty soon. Yeah, and then see, we can just use that on that last block and save a sponge. There we go. Let's grab these. And then this one here. Great. Shoot right on up into here like that. And then we should be good. Whew. That's a lot of work, people. The problem with this is I can't really use like a flying machine sweeper because of the shape and, you know, all the little nooks and crannies down here and other blocks. You know, it would just be so much work. I think I'm doing this the best way I could hope for. Excuse me. All right, that's good. We can always grab some of these blocks. I'm not cleaning up. I'm just using these blocks for fill blocks in case I need them. There we go. H2, no hydrate. Thank you, sir. Yeah, throat is a little dry. I mean, I took a belt from it, but it's like not enough. By the way, one of the things I forgot to do, I did create the video redeem for this month. It is available for 1,000 channel points. I think Sage is going to like this one. Sage, I don't know if you're still around waiting for that to load, but I think you're particularly going to like this one. I usually rely on the viewers to preview that. But if they do not, for some reason, then I will, during the stream change, during the ad break. That's what I'm trying to say. Ad break. Use your words, Thunder. Okay. Here comes the water now from that. Oh. Okay, well, that's going to serve as a shortcut now. We can use this. So you saw me building a water column each time to swim back up, with which to swim back up. But if I just knock off the gravel for the next division. the water will make a water column here. And so I don't have to... Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That works out well. And now we'll get rid of this. Like this. We'll do that like that. And then we have water behind this. Okay, I may have to go down one more because the water levels are not all the same. So if I just do that, we should get a waterfall. Yeah, and then that way I don't have to create one each time. Nice. Okay, I like that. How come I didn't hear more brain go off? It should have. Huh? Are you guys seeing the redeems? Because I'm not. And if that's the case, I'll have to fix it during the... Dang, I just tested that before I started the stream too, because I loaded up the new redeem. Not good. Not good. Wondering if I should, you know, when I run the ad break, I'll get in there and I'll fix that. If I'm not able to fix it during the stream, Arma, I'll refund you your channel points. I just had that working. Why? I just tested it before. I just tested it before the stream. But yes, as Flying Villager would say, the brain just got wrinklier. With our water column technique. All right, is it this side or the other side? It's this side. All right, we have to go down a little more. A little more. There we go. I mean, I already got the sponges. I didn't have to go down far enough to get them, but still. No, I have enough more than it's easy to do, Arma. It's not a big deal. All right, so we can go here like that. We can go there like that. Yeah, I think we're not as far down as we were before. as far as the hole isn't as deep. Which is okay, I guess, as long as there's not water under this. And there doesn't appear to be, so I think we're good. All right, so we'll bring in the next column of water here. There it is. And we'll just swim back out like this. This is nice. I like this. Love it when a plan comes together. We were missing this side of things, so we missed several of these. Oh, so that's one of the things. We've been proceeding like in this direction. And we've been really dealing with 2 rows at the same time up until here. And now we've been doing 1 row. So, all right, this makes sense. So if we're going to use this method, we should just do 1 row and then come back and do the other. All right. Yep. That's cool. All right. So I can do that and that. And then we can dig out some of this and some of this. And then we can just do this. All right, we're good, we're good. Just do that. Swim on out. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Okay, this is better. And since we're already at the water level, we don't have to climb all the way back up. We can just swim right over to here and do that and that. Okay, that's good. This is good. We don't have as much water to remove in these parts, in these sections here. Here it comes. Let's get up to here. We can just swim on over to the next section and do something like that. And then maybe something like this. Oh, maybe one more? No, we're not going to waste sponge on that. We can just fill that. Good. Let's grab that one. I think I can reach this. Can I? Yes. Great. Thusly, there we go. All right. How am I doing for time here? I have 12 more minutes before the stream break. Oh, we have a bit of a problem here. Yeah, that's going to cause some problems. Look. I think that crevasse just got filled in. Flying villager. I think some of the smoothness has returned. It was temporary. Ouch. Fuck. I probably couldn't see this from above because of the stone. Am I? Yeah, I'm out. And I don't have enough to fill this back in, I think. Yeah, I need enough gravel to do that side. And I need enough gravel for here. I'm really short on all of this. All right, I think we should go get some more filler material. Let's just bite the bullet and get it done. Let's go make a gravel run. Yeah, okay, we're good there. Let's do some cleaning here too. I don't need all of this stone. But I do need this gravel. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, yeah, I think I was down here. This is what I was doing, and I then came across this. This gross oversight. But it's, you know, the irregular shapes of things down here that make this difficult. Or it's not difficult, it's just tedious. Okay, so we have to do this side now. In fact, for these features, we should just fill that in with gravel, just straight up. We shouldn't waste the sponge on stuff like this. I think I can fill in this whole area here with gravel. It's annoying having the torches in the offhand because they auto-place the moment I run out of gravel in that inventory slot. But it allows you guys to see that, you know, lighting-wise. Well, actually, it's not that bad because we have the conduit going. So underwater, it's okay. When I'm on the surface, though, the viewers can't really see what's going on. So it's good to carry around a light source in your offhand. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. And then I think I was doing something like this. Let me see, I think I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So I think the next division is right here. Then I think this section is good enough in here where I don't have to section this part off. I think this will be okay, although I might fill that in with gravel. There's really no sense in wasting sponge blocks on that. Okay, this is good. Oh, look at this guy. Okay. I think we're ready for the next level. Or the next section. I guess that's more of what I'm trying to say here. Like that. Yeah, see, now that I'm out of the water, we lose the lighting, so do that. Grab this. Over here to this. Now we're flooding this chamber down here because now we're in these sections. There we go. Done and done. Okay, as I said, I think this is a good spot to take a break. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to take a short 3-minute break, a brief 3-minute break, so we can run some ads, and then we will be right back. Hey there, we're back. All right, let's log back onto the server. And let's get back to this. Okay. We have enough sponges left, I think, where we can deal with these, at least these sections here. This is going to be a little weird. Okay, not too bad. We can do that, I think. Then maybe that one. Should that do it? Yeah, looks like we're good. All right, let's do this. All right, sure, it works. Sort of. We can do that. We can do that. Let's reclaim these because we can use these. Great. And again, we can just do that. And use that for a water stream, right? Okay. Let's grab this. Let's grab this. We're going to have to clear these out anyway, so let's just tidy these up while we're at it. Let's go reclaim this. There we go. We'll take that out. Move these. Okay, we should be good. Swim over to the next one. Well, maybe. Kinda. Sorta. Let's do that. I think we'll do... We can do this and this. Okay, here we go. This one we can start maybe right about there. Grab this one, maybe right about here. Do that one right about there. There we go. Okay, that'll do it. Now, we will have to bucket out of this one. Oh, unless we go in the other axis now. Yeah, we do not have to bucket out of this one. Right. Whoa! Look what I found. All right, so what I'm thinking is we can just bring the water column down in this axis now. If I have my direction right, or is it in this axis? I think it's this way. Yeah, here it comes. All right. So I'm going to free up this. We'll reclaim that. This is going to cause some trouble, so let's take care of this while we're at it. Claim our stuff. We'll swim right up to the top of this one. Okay, that's cool. We're good there. We're good there. All right. We can then move on to this one next. We can do this row down here. But I only have 4 sponges left. I'm going to do some inventory management. couple other things here. Inventory management, some sponges. We'll go dry out some sponges. Yuck. All right. Yeah, again, I'm at the point where I can't take off again. Wow, my wings aren't opening at all. Okay, control is pressed. But I can't swim upward, so... It's not letting me do it. I can't do that controlled jump thing. Okay, whatever. I guess I'm not flying anymore. All right. I'm not going to spend the entire stream trying to figure out how to do that. I guess I've lost that Minecraft skill somehow. All right, let's sleep this off. I've unlearned that. The brain just got smooth again. Let's get into, well, let's do a couple of things here. Bye-bye. 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 I shouldn't be getting rid of that glow squid ink because that's some useful stuff. I don't have a farm for that yet. So... let's go dry out some sponges. On the roof of the nether. Cool. Right here and here. Oh, here we go. There's a piggy, and he's going to be quite upset because I'm not wearing my gold. You, sir, are not a threat to somebody like me at all. Come on, man. Check it. All right? Mind your own business. All right, let's restart the playlist right over here. Okay, and we're back at it. Let me see. I thought I was going to do two things. Sponges and what? Tools are still in pretty good shape. I thought I was going to do two things. Can't remember because I'm old. cannot remember. Okay, this is done. We'll clear this out because it's going to have to be cleared out anyway. There. That can be filled in. Good. And we can just temporarily put this on to make sure that we've got the edge where it's supposed to be. Okay, cool. I suppose that's okay. It'd be nice if we can get some water flowing into this part here, please, people. If you could just, like, do the thing. There we go. All right. We're in business. Let's see. All right. And the next part of this. Okay, so now we can. This is pretty much done all the way down. We can go into these next bits now. We just have to remember that the water source, the column we make each time is facing north, and then we're good. Yeah, okay, I like that. Okay, looks cool. Fuck. Okay, that's the level below me right there. So I'm at 3. Do have to keep that in mind. Cool. All right. We're good there. We're good here. All right, now if I do this, we should get our water column, maybe a little more. Here it comes. Our express elevator back to the next level. There are our sponges. Cool. All right, next section. Pow, right there. Let's get into here. We can do something like that. Something like that. Oop, I missed a spot here. Did I take those out? Yeah, I did. Cool. So I think I got a little hasty there. Take that one down. We can take this one down. There we go. These remaining bits I can fill with sand. Cool. All right. So looking forward to getting Kachi out of school today. He has early release, so it's really cool. All right, we're good there. If we get one more, if we get more than one column of water, we're fine. Yeah, all right, let's swim up here. Let's get these. Nice. Fetch those. Good. Next section. Great. I'll take you and you. And that one there. I can't quite reach that one, but we'll get that one in a little bit. We'll level this out. Hawk, hands, please. I think I can make a column from right here. No, I cannot. What's going on? Definitely facing north. Is there no water in this next section? Or is it offset a little bit? This might have already been drained somehow. Which, you know, it's not really a problem yet. This one's all set. All right. So if I do this right, you can put the torch under there like Princess Nebula does. Is known to do, and you can just get all of that sand like that. That way you don't have to shovel it all. That's a really old Minecraft trick that I don't use enough. But then I'll see somebody like Nebula do that. Yeah, you know, I really should use that more. Which reminds me, I should DM her and see how she's doing. Sliding into the DMs. Alright, this isn't going to have... Well, I don't know. Is this the same deal? Am I going in the right direction here? Let's pop up and have a look. Well, let's find out what's going on here. Actually, I shouldn't get rid of that because I need that one sponge right there. Yeah, we'll go fetch that in a moment. Okay, yeah, we have another dry chamber there. All right, but we do have a couple of other chambers now. We do have a couple of dry ones there. The rest of these are all finished, actually. I need to drain that one right there. And then we can clear all this out. And we can reclaim all the sand and gravel. Okay, cool. All right, I'm up for that. So see, we really don't have to deal with this one. It's this one. And actually, we don't even need to do that, huh? It's here, so we can get back out. All right, no, not a biggie. Let's do that. Okay, done. Okay, so where am I here? I'm still a little too high up. Now, I don't think we're going to have water on the other side over there, so we're going to have to bucket back up, but this is the last. In fact, we might actually just bucket up to get those. And then start clearing these out. Reclaiming all of our dirt and gravel. Let's do that. I think we're good, right? Yeah, cool. All right, so we can do, that'll take a little bit before it drains down, but we'll be fine. Okay, and here is where we make extensive use of the shovel. Ooh, what happened there? Oh, the water is, yeah, all right, washing the torch away. Okay, let's do this. Groovy. Now let's level out the floor with everything else. It's just going to make it easier later on. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb. Let's just do this. And then when our inventory gets full, we'll just incinerate this stuff with the flint and steel, and so we can keep right on going. Okay, cool. And it looks like we're getting a lot of debris in the inventory. So let's do this. Bye-bye. 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 I think we're good. And, you know, we'll pick up a little bit there, but we're going to need to clear the inventory again pretty soon anyway. Yeah, let's get rid of these. We do have to be a little careful and make sure that we keep things lit behind us. Because, you know, the mobos. Nicely done. Okay, I'm digging that. No pun intended. Well, kind of intended a little bit. But I do have to go grab that, right? Okay, we're cool. We're cool there. All right, now let's continue down in this direction, and then we'll deal with that wall right there. Like this. Looking good. Oh, for God's sake. Really? The man is trying to work here. And now I'm going to get this stuff in my inventory. Okay. I really need to stop frantically panning the camera. Try to spare you viewers the motion sickness. Oh, for God's sake. Look, I'm too busy for this. All right, the man has work to do. All right, inventory's getting full. That means it's flint and steel time. Maybe there. Okay. There's Dora. Hey, welcome on in. Sorry I didn't have the stream manager up in the monitor. Welcome on in. You should be able to see the auto shout out up there for Dora. I thought you had flint and steel for that. Yes, I do. Okay, this. You're doing well today, Dora. Yeah, we're starting to get, we may have to make an inventory run pretty soon. I was really hoping to finish this strip out to there before we did that. but we're starting to run out of room. So we may have to make our inventory run. And, you know, I'm thinking maybe I should just have a shulker on me to put sand, gravel, and sponges in. You know what? Let's just do that right now. Let's just bite the bullet, get it done. Go Gadget. Aggravated arson, yeah. I tell you, that flint and steel is so handy. From where did I pick that up? I think I saw Nova doing that, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I really got to do that for inventory management purposes. I'm on the mend. Aw. Yeah, I know you've been dealing with some stuff. Health issues and stuff. So I'm glad to hear you're on the mend. You know what? Let's just... I'm thinking we just do this and we just keep this in our inventory all the time. Okay, we were down here like this, and we were doing this kind of a thing. What am I doing stream-wise? I have 25 minutes left of the stream. I've got plenty of time to at least finish out this row, and I may be able to section off the next row and at least get it started. All right, let's get this caught up to that. There. Okay. That takes care of that. Actually, this should go on the wall right there. Okay, cool. Let's get this section caught up to that section now. I'm thinking I can go remove all the gravel and then I can come back and mine out the stone. Yeah, let's try that. It's going to be a little challenging though, but we can do it. It's well within our capabilities, our quite limited capabilities. Then after the stream, I want to go fetch Kachi and bring him home, and then I want to finish rewiring the BC Rich guitar so he can use that. The Eagle, I started to rewire it before I left for Seattle, but now I'm back and I really want to, it's on my workbench, and I really want to get that thing up and running again for Kachi, so Kachi has a guitar to use. We usually just use the cheap little Fender, but that's actually Biggity's guitar, and he asked me to bring that up to Seattle for him, so I did that. And that leaves us without a functioning guitar in the house. So I think the first order of business is to get the Eagle rewired and get that functioning, so Kachi can play a little bit before he has to leave for Taiwan. And then when he's in Taiwan, that goes over to GWN Guitar Works over in Glendora, and so it can be refretted. While he's in Taiwan. And that's going to cost a pretty penny. But it's going to be totally worth it. Frets on that poor guitar are so very worn. I don't think it's ever been refretted since my father bought it, actually. It really needs it. I mean, it's still somewhat playable right now, but okay, that's cool. I think that whole row is done all the way down. We just need to get these bits done. Just go do that. I think the best strat is just to go down along this wall, take out all of this gravel first, and then get the divisions in between. So let's do that. Some of that stuff runs pretty high up. See if we can reach a lot of this stuff up here at this level. All right, that's not so bad. Okay, cool. Inventory's full. Time for flint and steel. It's flint and steel time, everyone. You know, it's funny. Whenever I do this, I think of Genos from One Punch Man. Incinerate. I wonder if we should make that a redeem, because I do this a lot during the stream, so. Keep the copper ore. Thank you very much. That might make for a good video redeem. Okay, let's just pillar up for this part right here. There's a creepy in there. Can you see him behind that? Look at him. Oh, we're suffocating him too. Great. Can't get enough of that. I'll tell you what. Hilarious. Yeah, because in these compartments that we've made and drained, there's no lighting in there, so they're probably full of mobs. So we should keep an eye out above us. So, you know, they won't be doing the death from above thing to us. Yeah, see? See? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you're not fooling anyone. So I think the idea was I was supposed to like do that all the way down now. Yeah, that's my original plan. And actually, we might have to... Am I out of torches? All right, fine, whatever. We'll just go back and reclaim these. Them in the offhand so I can do that again. Yeah, there we go. And we should probably get another shulker because we're going to have more than one shulker's worth of sand and gravel that we're reclaiming here. Oh, look at this guy. You are messing with the wrong buffoon, dude. Almost. Right there, right there, right. Ah. Yeah, more torches to reclaim. Okay. Let's set these in the offhand like that. Maybe I'll put another one right there for now. Okay, cool. They sure like my place. I'm working on Dora's Walk on, and I found a brilliant one. All right, inventory management. Cannot wait to see it. Let's do this. Yeah, I think we should have another shulker on us. Because this is a lot of gravel. A lot of gravel, a lot of sand. All right. Next, what should we do next? Maybe remove all the divisions here next. Might be a smart way to proceed. With me, you never know. Could be. Probably isn't. Actually, I'm at level 0 right now, so this is actually a little too far down. And this is as far down as we want to be. Maybe one block below this, because we're going to have to place black concrete. So -1 is really the low point. I've reached a low point. Hey, I can see we're on the storage level now. Yeah, you know, we can skim that off later. Let's just stay at level 0. I think it's just easier to deal with. I don't think I'm doing this very smartly. Surprise! What's a walk-on? An auto-redeem that plays the first time to say something in chat. I'm doing sound bites for all the buffoons. Oh, cool. Flying villager. That guy. How to proceed? I feel I'm not doing this as efficiently as I could. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's a little too early for this. Thunder. A little too early. There we go. All right, so maybe like that, and then maybe like, I think this is what I had in mind. I think I was aiming to do something a little like this. And then like that. Okay, groovy. I think we're gonna have to pillar up a little bit so I can reach that. Because that's way up there. Cool. Oh, don't worry, I have one for you too. Or I will... Well, I haven't decided which one. Okay. Well, you did say all of the buffoons. I am one, so... let's see. Let's pillar up like this. I can knock those two out, and then those ones. We're gonna have to go higher up though, so I can get these. Am I good there? Yes, I am. Okay, cool. Got it. All right. Then I think but for that and that, I think I'm good. Let's... Wow, really? Right here. And we're going to have that bit up there. We're going to have to pillar up, take care of that. Oh no, that's gravel. Good. In fact, I'm starting it now. Doors is ready. Oh, cool. Oh, I see. Apparently, I've gone and done this. Okay. And then there's this stuff here, with which I have to deal. Okay. Part of doing this is me trying to get a system together. Whereby I can just literally systematically come in here and knock out nice big long strips and volumes of this stuff. So we can make some genuine progress. Because I would like to finish this build before the end of the season. How am I doing for time? I've got 3 minutes left. All right, so I'm going to clean this out. There we go. All right, this looks good. That might make for an okay screenshot, I'm thinking. Thumbnail, right there. Thumbnail is what I'm trying to say. All right. Before we completely sign off, though, I'd like to do a little bit of a flyabout. Let's see. A little bit of inventory management. And then I'd like to get around just to reload some chunks and to update everybody on on what's been happening down here in the south. Looks good. All right, I think I can consolidate these. Okay, that looks good. Let us then. Is this one full now? Yes, it is. Okay. There, and we'll just keep these in the inventory. That'll help with inventory management. That'll cut down on the numbers of trips we have to make down here. But we're already here. You know what? We should, since we're going to be flying around. Oh, not yet. Okay, let's see where we're at. There we go. Get the timing just right on it. It's nighttime, so let's do the sleeping thing so we can see this place during the day. Look at how incredible that looks. Sleep that off. Done. Look at the distance we're able to get on some of this. Some of those chunks aren't loaded over there. That may be a conflict between Bobby and Foxy. But this whole area is beautiful. Over there you can see the squid farm. Our base right here, which looks so cool from this angle. But I really want to build out this island. I really do. Got OPG's place over there. And then we have the mob farm, the rocket farm over here. If you look at this warm ocean here, it's just beautiful. And we'll see how many of you are paying attention right now to this and the VOD. So we have Thunder's base right over there. Looking really cool. Squid farm, everything over here. There's our build there. You can't quite see the pit. It's behind that, but we're getting there. You can see OPG's place and, you know, way off in the distance, Skip. And then if we come on over to here, you can see Nova's base. And all the work he's been doing on that. And then yeah, you know, it's funny because you don't realize how close things are until, number one, you get the rockets and you get airborne. And then the other thing is, you get something like Bobby or Voxy or something, and you know, you can render in all of this stuff now. It's really incredible. Look, there's Corny's Drown Farm, and there's part of Cheska's, you know, and Lone's place right there. Villager, I think you're behind them to the north of them. But you're down behind the mountainside, so the view gets blocked. There's Drost and Skipton over there. You can just make out the skull of Corny's base right there. Right? And then sometimes I can get this to render in. There's Sage's base over there, and you might be able to just make out the observatory of Dora's base right there. It's really cool. But you can see some of the chunks aren't fully loaded in right now. So yeah, we're right across the water from each other. And OPG and I are even closer. He's like right there. No, I haven't. That right there might also be a good thumbnail. I'll think about it. Maybe that one. Okay. Let me see. I think it's under mods, right? And well, no. Well, yes. It depends on which one I'm gonna, because usually I would go into Bobby and turn that up. But right now I have max chunks set for 64, but this is for... But there might be some issues where I haven't gone in and loaded in a lot of these chunks. So I'd have to fly around. You can see them updating now in these big waves across the server, but I'd have to fly around and reload these chunks now. Let's see. Yeah, I was just in here. Here's Voxy right here, general. Ingest. So it's probably under rendering, right? Pixels squared subdivision size. Enable environmental fog. Enable Voxy, it's enabled. Sodium threads. Chunk ingest. I'm not seeing anywhere in here where I can set that. I assume it's just under the general sodium with the 64 chunks. The way I was maxing that out before was to go into mods like this, and go into configure like that. And well, it's pretty much the same thing. Second setting, rendering under Voxy. That's general, right? So when I pull up general, I just get these. Voxy is enabled. Whatever service threads mean. Rendering and Voxy. Okay, second one. Yeah. All right. So Voxy rendering is on. Pixels squared of subdivision size. Oh, here's render distance. Now it's... Did I not see that before? This is probably going to crash my system, but... But I think I would have to fly around at this point and load these chunks. So I don't think I'm going to see any difference. You did not. I did not what? Enable them? I'm just going over to a place where I haven't. Oh, is there something about I have to load the world into it or something? So it'll fill it all in? I probably haven't done that, huh? Turn your game render distance to 32 in regular video settings. The server won't do anything beyond that regardless. Gee, I wonder who's been over here. 64 is extra load for no game. Yeah, I'm at the end of the stream anyway. I'll mess around with it off camera. But I am interested in getting that set up. So I'm going to fly back over here, and then I'm going to alight. And then I'll light up to here, and then we'll end the stream, and then we'll take a look and see if I can... Yeah, okay, sure, Villager, I appreciate it. But then we'll see if there's anybody to whom we can raid out. I do have to get going pretty soon, but I think I have time for a raid. All right. Let's get to the camp scene. Log off there so I don't die. But I don't really see what the point of trying to avoid death is at this point. I'm probably at 1,000 deaths now. Jessica's currently getting wrecked. So there you can see the raid message up there in the chat. Yeah, there, up there in the chat. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you would like to join us along on this raid. Let's set the raid itself. There we go, and we are raiding out to Cheska. Family-friendly viewers, just be reminded that her stream is intended for mature audiences. There's some language and some shenanigans in there, but she's super cool. We have a lot of shared community there, so chances are you'll see people in there that you know. Just remember, everyone, that we do this Buffooncraft stream every Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream should be Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It should be Kachi time. We'll see what Kachi wants to do. And then the stream after that should be Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That should be Generations, and we should be back in the Baby Zombie Rush creative world working on our not so mini game. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your morning, your evening, wherever you happen to be. Join us again next time. We're raiding out to Cheska right now. Bye for now, everyone.